There we go. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. Hi again. Sorry, y'all. I suck. Anywho's, I paused KSP as soon as I noticed. Possibly. I'm sorry. Um, I'm the worst. Y'all can be mad at me all you want to. I am sorry. This part of the stream isn't the long part. I apologize. But, you know, I suck. It's even called OBS Works again. Did I name it correctly on Twitch? Oh, I did. Sick. Wicked. That's epic. Okay.
It glamorizes OF and sex work, but it also makes these other girls being like, oh, I want to be this girl. I want to be this girl.
Hi.
Oh, I want to be with their management so bad. I want to be with their.
I'm sure someone just clicked on this VOD and they're like, oh my gosh, what? I crashed OBS earlier. We're watching Tov interview someone who's been victimized by one of the agencies on the exploit OF people. It didn't seem like a very far shot from reason to me, so I'm kind of just like hearing about it. So yeah, dope.
Their management so bad, and they create this illusion of exclusivity and this frat and this like kind of friend group, mind you.
I'm playing games for a little before I head out. Here, I'll make sure that this is in the current time
None of these girls
description.
even like each other. Like
This
none
might
of the
be
girls
all we do
like
at the
each other.
moment.
They're all mean.
We know that OF management is scummy. We know they use scummy methods.
Not all, but most.
Oh, okay. Most everyone. Everyone watching this, most of them. With that, we bring the topic of AI. As of recently, some of my fans have been sending me messages on Instagram and saying, have you seen these Down syndrome filters? I was like,
Thank you.
What are you talking about? What? And I clicked the video, and yeah, it's like, seems to be a woman without a disability with the Down syndrome face doing a TikTok dance, and then the caption being some corny stuff like, yeah, my syndrome is down, but I could get your like blank up, or something corny like that. I already knew this industry was pretty bad, but I didn't know it was going to get even worse with AI. I should have, though. I should have honestly thought about that. But yeah, do you know about this trend?
I do. Yeah, I've seen it multiple times. I've seen the Down syndrome one on my Instagram Reels specifically a few times. I've seen people lie about being trans. I've seen people lie about disabilities. I've seen people lie about other things. I've seen people take other girls' content, put a different face on it, make content that way. But yeah, I've seen it. It's really gross, especially when they're profiting off of like disabilities and like creating more fetishizations towards like this specific disability. The industry itself has created lots of problems, and that's not something that I don't recognize. I guess my problem with it is that when people like to blame the women, I think that's the biggest problem that I have.
Like, who
Yeah,
gets the
like
hate? In the comments, it's gonna be the woman in the video.
exactly. These managements, a lot of the shitty ones, most of them look into these AI models so they can exploit women in a different light, because a lot of those scam agents are like, let's get this girl signed at 50%, let's get her signed at 75%, let's take as much income as we can and milk her like a cow for as much money as we can. And then AI came out and they're like, wait, we can make our own women and take 100% of the profit. We don't have to pay these women anything and make our own AI. But the thing is now this is becoming a saturated market, and AI is also not that advanced to where they can make those creative videos. They can make those dancing videos, they can make some talking videos, but it's kind of obvious sometimes, not to the older generation. So they're desperate for virality,
the older generation is the one that's getting their
anything to
coffers
gain more attention,
pillaged.
because the more attention you gain, obviously that results in more clicks and more money. So I think that's where the Down syndrome and other disability filters or whatever to gain as much interaction and engagement. I've even had a management contact me being like, hey, you already make all these videos. Do you want to put a filter on it and post it? We can do the Down syndrome filter. I'm like, no.
Wow.
Like, no. You know, and I do think a lot of the girls get manipulated into doing content that they necessarily wouldn't want to do. I think it just depends. I do think a lot of the time it's the management's fault sometimes, where the girls are like, yeah, I don't give a like,
Yeah.
I want to make more money.
So when you mentioned that a management had reached out to you to put filters on your face, they specifically said Down syndrome?
It was like a phone call, and I was bringing that up, and I was like, have you seen this and it's like, yeah, it's genius, isn't it? And I'm like, hey, that's where we differ. Yeah, no, I was like, you know, because a lot of people don't give a about like being harmful, especially when it's just like you're so consumed in this business. I think it's easy to fall into like whatever, let's do whatever to get money. It's a hard ethical line, you know.
It shouldn't be that hard.
It shouldn't be. No, 100%. All they give a fuck is about money, and nobody will hold these people accountable because they don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
They have nobody to like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Just some random dude named Tyler living somewhere in LA. I mean, if the dude said it's genius, it's gotta boost clicks to some degree.
Well, yeah.
This person had to grow up too much in their life, and it is showing. It is fucked up. We're almost at a good, stable place to insert
I
into an
mean,
orbit.
you've seen like rage bait content, anything that will spark debate. There's so many different methods that a lot of OF girls use to get engagement. For example, Jelly Beans, she will jump on cars and break them just to piss people off and get people to comment. You get sucked into just engagement, and these a lot of people would just do whatever to get it. There's not really an exact number, but even me, I saw that on my reel, I clicked it and I was watching it a few times, the playbacks, I'm reading the
fuck me.
comments. The Down syndrome one. Yeah, like I've seen that, clicked it,
Yeah.
watching it, I'm watching it
did we
over and
lose
over again.
Thermometer?
I
We
stalked
lost
the accounts. I'm
Thermometer.
like, what the fuck? Like, da-da-da-da,
Shit.
like I've seen it all the time. It's crazy. I was like, damn, you know how much I was like, I would low-key. Camilla got famous from the Squid Games video, and I don't think she paid her way into that. I think that's actually organic. But I was like, if Mr. Beast like put on a thing, like I know girls that would pay 100 to 200K to be in a video because that engagement and that would literally change someone's life.
I never thought about it that deep, and I know damn well the people in the comment section don't think this deep into it.
Nobody
Oh
does.
They just
shit,
comment.
I just
"Why
lost
are-
both of
if
my
anything,
research
if they
thing packages.
get mad, like, why are you using this filter? I've seen, you know, the creepy men be like, yo, like, this is nice, or I could treat you right, you know, weirdo. But that's the most you'll get.
It's nobody talks about it. I've always wanted to, but I'm like, that's why I was like really excited that you're making this video.
Thank you for coming on. That's it for the interview. So big
Okay,
thank you to
awesome.
Amelie. I'm gonna shout her out at
It's
the end
not
of
the
the
most
video
efficient
again. So
launch,
big thank you to you,
but it's the one we're
Amelie,
taking.
for being down to be interviewed. I know you're watching this video, and I want to say a sincere thank you for joining me on this investigation. And our last topic for this investigation is an account named Mini Mela Zero. I'd honestly be doing you guys a disservice if I didn't talk about this. Now, how did I find this account? So while I was in the comments section,
We still have our not an astronaut, but rather an engineer. They're still getting placed where we need them. We just don't have the extra research package that I wanted to have. It'll be fine.
of the
It's not
accounts that
great,
had the
but it'll
Down
be
syndrome
fine.
filter, right? So I went through their comment sections, and I saw a lot of creepy old men in there saying some wild stuff, and I went through their followings. One specific guy was following this account, Mini Mela Zero. And do I even have to bring up how young this filter looks? And yes, in case you couldn't tell, that was AI. And I had to censor their breast portion because they have their nipples protruding through their cloth. But this gets even creepier. I noticed that this woman had a very clean chest. I'm talking no moles, no rashes, literally squeaky clean. And then I noticed she covered her stomach area when she would wear revealing clothing. And then I noticed a color change in her skin color when she did show her stomach. And then it hit me. This is a freaking man wearing a breast chest plate and putting an AI filter of like a young Asian girl. Boom. Crazy. Is that not crazy? When I found that out, I was like, yo, I'm like the GOAT of
We've
being
been
a
just like
detective.
coasting
But,
like this.
That's freaking crazy. I have no solid proof that it's a man, but there's definitely a lot of clues leading up to it being a man. AI filter, clean chest area, never talks, covers the stomach area, and seems to have large hands. So how does this creator sell their content? Remember, you need a lot of forms of verification to be on OF.
Agency.
Patreon. Hey, Patreon. You might want to consider adding more verification methods just in case creeps like this want to pretend to be a young Asian girl and sell their quote-unquote content. The other account in their bio is their second account, and it's more AI focused. Like, the images are fully generated by AI, and these actually look like a grown woman. So what do her
Almost
prices look like?
circularized.
The normal plan is $15 and quote allows you to see NSFW images, while the only other option, the second one, takes a huge leap to $300 and is quote only for people who love Ramu. Well then, who the f is Mila?
Who the f is Coco?
If this video doesn't scare you when it comes to our future as a society, I don't know what will. Beware of AI.
169.
Thank you so much for watching this
170
video.
some
If you
odd.
think I earned your subscription, make sure to subscribe
There we go.
and leave a like. I put in so much effort into this video, so I kind of know I earned your subscription. New viewers, make
Yeah.
sure y'all subscribe. A lot of y'all comment that you don't want to subscribe. That's so mean. People literally comment, hey, you haven't earned my subscription yet, buddy. You know what?
I mean, I'd
I
say
did with this
that.
video. I don't care. But yeah, leave a like too.
But I've
Make sure you
subbed
click
for
that like button
agents.
and
I'd
share the
still
video.
say it, though.
Share this video with like
it's
everyone you know.
trolly.
Big shout out to Cold
So I
Raven as
would.
well. Without him, this video wouldn't have happened the way it did. The butterfly effect that getting him on the video led to this, and now I'm wearing suspenders, and I want to make this like a almost every video type of thing. I don't know
Coffeezilla,
if I'll
is
do
that
this for all
you?
my videos from now on, but it's very fun. Make sure to subscribe to Cold Raven. He also uploads morbid type of videos over on his channel. His link will be in the description. And big thank you to Amelie again for being in this video. Make sure you guys check her out on Instagram if you want to see a pretty girl on your feed. She's also really funny over on TikTok. And before the video ends, I do want to let you guys know that I'm hotter than you. Yeah,
Yeah.
as a
So what?
woman. Think about that. And as a man
what?
too. Think about that. And I'm 6'5", so like literally I'm perfect, and nothing will beat that. Go be active on my subreddit and on my Twitter community. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time I upload.
Okay, so this is so funny. We could have nailed this, and I fucked it up so much. So we have to stage or switch to a different, like we have to stage switch as we go, and it's gonna come off into a really parabolic orbit, our little next stage, and it's gonna be like space hazardous, right? It's at a very close position that if only we could go a little bit lower and coax it to degrade, that would be kind of cool. But it would be a little bit rough from our current setup. So we're just gonna accept that we're making space garbage, and it's in a terrible place that's gonna eventually deck someone in the face. And that's horrible. That's like actually just garbage, but that's what we're gonna do.
Jack Doherty just found out why you should never wear a $300,000 chain, as he was
He got robbed. But this is the A to Z if he got robbed. So, you know. Here, I'm just gonna, as we go, I'm just gonna keep putting shit in our, oh, this literally was gonna play next anyway. Sorry, I thought I clicked something in game. Okay, I'm just gonna keep putting it in our, block. I'm just gonna like put it in a list because I've broken my timestamps. And I'm just gonna type that, and I'm gonna keep it edited as I go.
just robbed, as it seems like no one cares, which is actually kind of shocking, because when a creator this size gets robbed, especially for the amount he was robbed for, I would expect to see a lot more coverage of this and maybe some sympathy towards him, but instead most people are just dropping the Michael Jordan kissing his champion trophy gifts. So Jack Doherty really needs to be studied on how unlikable he is, because very few people get robbed.
Okay, I actually queued it to maybe let me pull this off. I rocked our periapsis into the atmosphere just a teeny bit, so maybe we get
and then
this.
have the entire internet celebrating. But to make things extremely clear, I am in no way happy to see this, nor do I want to see this happen to anyone. It should be very obvious that no one
Doesn't
wants to
change
live in
our
a
thing.
society where people get robbed. Although there are plenty of things that Jack could have done here to avoid being a target, like not wearing $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck in Los Angeles, a city where, you know, seemingly a new jewelry store is broken into every week at this point. But I mean, even considering the location, I don't think it's ever smart to put the value of a small family house around your neck. So what happened? Well, Jack was in LA, and the only thing I knew that Jack did was he went to a No Jumper interview, and then the day after he decided to extend his stay in LA, and then he went to Rodeo Drive to, I guess, shop. And this is where the disaster struck him.
Guys, I just got robbed.
We're
I
in
just
the
got robbed on
atmosphere,
Rodeo Drive. 4 armed guys hopped out of their car.
and we're
ripped,
going to be
both
when
my
we
chains
start our
off my
burn.
neck. Yeah.
I mean, this situation is already very similar to the McLaren incident because as soon as the disaster happens, he instantly goes live. He goes
I'm hoping really well. I'm hoping that I do drop this layer in the atmosphere. I'm very much hoping that that's what happens here. I don't want to leave it just orbiting Kerbin. That would be clutter, and that means something can collide with a later mission and just decimate it. We're gonna get our camera set to free mode, because we're free. We're aiming towards maneuver, so it's like easy moding me. The burn's in 16 seconds, it says. We're just starting a little bit early. And we're gonna keep an eye on our periapsis, which is actually growing a little bit fast. So we're gonna take control of it. We're gonna duck it back in. And we're gonna make our little burn work. We're gonna try to do it in such a way that we get to drop this stage back in atmosphere. That's our little stretchy goal. That's the thingy we want to do. It'd be super cool. Oh. Let's hope. Okay, burning towards maneuver properly now. We should be golden. We have 1,600. It should take 600 to get there. It should take a lot less to return. Re-entry should be a fucking peach. And this mission is big. We need this. We lost every other component of this mission due to me not paying attention to our heating, and it wasn't really a very efficient ascent. I could have done a lot better by less inefficiently burning in the atmosphere. I was just like really happy with the turn and the storing as it went. It could have been better. I should have been burning the other stage still.
goes live before he even notifies his family.
I think that was a setup, bro. So how many? That was a setup.
So how many people? Can we just hold off on this because we got some more
Dave, I don't even know what the happened. Like, help me talk, bro. I'm in shock. Nah, they're with me. Sir, they're with me.
Okay, yeah, it should all be in atmosphere. Yeah, right? Yes.
What happened?
60.
I mean, even after he's robbed, he's taking pictures with
50.
people. I mean, dude's probably having the worst day of his life, but still forcing a smile for a photo.
It was 2 diamond chains, like $300,000.
They touch you?
Yes. Delete it.
You need fire? Alright, just make sure nobody else touches you. We're gonna have Prime left come out and swap you. What's the value of that next?
One was 100K, one was 200K.
It's like 300K?
Yeah.
I mean, $300,000 just to go shopping? Why are you?
We're so fucking on it with our fucking current burn. Y'all, this current burn, oop, we need a little bit more oomph in our goober shits. But there we go. That's our capture. We're like, y'all, we're doing okay because our return is like, we're just gonna go get an observation and a crew one and have to come back. We have to land it either way, so may as well take this while we can. We're gonna warp to about when we should enter orbit of the moon. Hold on, I'm trying to like center it, and I don't remember how you center on this. I know tab brings you through things, but if you shift tab, then you fuck yourself up. really badly. Okay, no, I don't think there's a... Oh no, it was on Eyeball. I just suck. Hello, Bop, Hole, Elo, Eyeball. There we go. Okay, cool. We're gonna rendezvous with the moon. We're gonna just keep warping closer to it, so it's less time. We're gonna get dropped off really close back to the surface. Actually, we're gonna come back in at about 32,000 if we don't do a damn thing, which is perfect. That would bring us into the moon. Now, bad news is we're no longer going to reach the moon. So I can do like a quick thing of set it as a target, aim to target, and just take that burn, and that should close us in. Yee yee. Because it's like we're really just barely touching it. We're making a very light pass. That way we hopefully don't mess up our periapsis at 30,000 too much, because it's going to be very valuable, and it's going to keep us from getting thrown. I need to go a little further. It's not the most accurate sim that you see on the planner, but it's more accurate what you get when you get the thingy doopty boopty bop. Yee. Those were words, I
Why
swear.
are you peacocking like that? Why do you feel the need to do that? Like, I can somewhat understand the expensive watch for the right place and the right time, but I don't think it's ever a good idea to be
capture.
roaming around LA with a 6-figure watch and a
Bless.
$300,000 diamond necklace. That's just terrible situational awareness. Bank robbers, on average, they get away with about $5,000, which I was actually surprised of that stat. I thought it would be way larger than that. But you have guys risking that much for $5,000, and you know for sure a bank is way harder to...
Yo, we wish that that fucking mission could have been more full. If we had everything we could have wanted in it, that would have been easy peasy lemon squeezy. But it's fine. We have enough from this that the return's worth it, but it could have been so hella worth it. We shouldn't have to do anything. We should be good on our approach. I think we should be fine.
rob
We'll see.
than Jack Doherty here on
If we
Rodeo
burn
Drive.
up, we
Because let's
know.
be real, the only thing defending Jack here is an out-of-shape bodyguard, because the last bodyguard he had got him into legal trouble. So I guess he got a new one, and this new one is probably already fed up with it, because who wouldn't be? Also, let's be real, I don't think he signed up for that. He signed up to defend Jack when he eggs someone on the street or something like that, and then, you know, has to back them off. Or some TikTok person harassing him. That's essentially what I would assume they sign up for. Not 4 armed gunmen blitzkrieging Jack. I feel like that's a little bit much for one bodyguard who's not even armed to handle. So overall, just terrible risk assessment on Jack Doherty here.
What the happened, bro? How can you let that happen?
So here he's kind of blaming his security guard. He's like, why would you let that happen? It's like, dude, what is he gonna do? Apparently he tackled one, but there's 3 others with guns. Like, dude, you broadcasted one large game of Capture the Flag with $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck as a reward to any criminal in LA, and you live stream your current location. Then on top of that, they can clearly see that you only have one bodyguard here. And again, I never want to see anyone get robbed, but this is just ridiculously reckless on his part. And then on top of that, I wouldn't be surprised if the dudes who robbed him get less time than Vitaly in the Philippines when their crimes aren't even comparable.
Night.
But he starts explaining what happens here.
It literally happened right there.
And what, you ran?
Yeah, give us a play-by-play.
What happened? Yeah.
Bro, that was a setup for sure, bro. It's too perfect. I walk out and they're right there, bro. Like they walk out and they immediately hop out the car. Like they all 3 or 4 of them just
Oh, no, that's
into
a
the ground. It's insane. I don't even know what happened.
Shoot
What
or
happened?
shoot?
I didn't even see what happened. It all happened so fast. Did they just pin me against the wall?
Can I speak to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna separate you from everyone just like to get your
I'll tell you when we
information.
land.
I understand.
That is a complete nightmare scenario. But apparently, he didn't remember what the people robbed him looked like. How would you not be able to remember what they look like? Okay, so I guess everyone's trauma
We're hoping we
responses or
land.
just like fear responses work differently. I had a scary moment
Yes, that's
where
true.
I was in a CVS and it got robbed. They had guns. I was there with my family, and I was like only probably 4 feet away from one of the robbers at the time, and I saw behind the robber was my family. So I just kind of froze up and slowly started walking because he clearly was not there to rob people. He was just trying to get whatever you can get from the CVS. So I just kind of walked, grabbed my family, and I've been to the store plenty of times, so I knew where the back door was. So we just walked into the back door, and then I closed the back door, and then I stood behind that metal door, and then we called 911. But I can also list from head to toe exactly what that person was wearing, his height, yeah, everything about that person. So, not to randomly trauma dump on you guys. Not that it actually was trauma. Obviously, it was scary at the time, but thankfully nothing happened. So it was nothing really to worry about. Damn, okay. Well, that just reminded me of that. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
All of them were they all from the same clinic? Or is there one that you remember like vividly? It's okay if you don't remember all of them.
I don't really remember it all. I don't have it so fast.
But you just remember going back closely.
So after the questioning, he continues where he left off by telling the story.
Dude, he was chasing me around the room trying to get my watch off. That's yeah, it's like, and I don't know which way to go.
Yo.
Bro. If I go too far away, he's gonna just get me alone, and I have
This
a
is a
broken collarbone.
mess.
I can't even fight this guy. And bro, I just didn't want to lose my wrist or nail. I lost both my chains, bro. It's so sad.
I am surprised he was not worried about his life here or his girl's life, as they were just charged by 4 armed gunmen. Like, come on,
Right?
screw the materialistic crap. That's replaceable. Why are you worried about that?
They said Timu McKinley set you up, bro. They got the job from her. Is that true?
I low-key suspected that at first. I was like,
That was my fear.
I took her phone, I checked it. I said, yo, I had to. I was like, what the I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. 300K is 300K. You never know.
Should have been 580.
What?
It should have been like a 480 with the Richard.
Bro, he was chasing me around. I was not letting it go. He had a gun to me, and I was like, nah.
Okay, if I do
Dude,
this
I'm taking
launch
this part.
better once
dying.
more, we should have everything we need. I just have to not fuck up my initial listens.
Anyone with
That's
a
it.
$300,000 house would have it insured. I don't know what he was thinking with having $300,000 worth of jewelry not insured. And I was interested in seeing what that would cost. And that would apparently be anywhere from $300 to $600 a month to insure it, as the industry standard for jewelry like that would be between 1 and 2% of the assessed value of the
Bill
jewelry.
Kermit
And the 1
had
to
to go.
2% is for the annual cost. But obviously, he continues to marinate in what happened.
Can this all be over now?
This is disgusting.
Like, for real, what is happening?
Bro, you did ask like
Yo, I don't have struts.
I'm suing.
ASP tries to do
Hey, can I sue
physics.
for this or no? Who can I sue for this?
Yeah, the only people he could sue here would probably be the robbers.
It's just
That's about it.
helicoptering itself.
I actually live here. I'm not a fake streamer. So
Just
All right, watch him
wild,
out.
bro.
Watch him out. Hey, pal. Hey, pal. Hey,
You.
Hey,
you.
my daddy owns this street, pal. Yeah, keep walking.
Okay, dude. Jack has really made it an art form to just come up with the least likable thing to say at all times.
Wait. What do you think happened, man? So I lost my neck aura. It's all gone. 300 grand down the drain. This is worse than the McLaren crash.
Well, I mean, here he didn't endanger other people's lives. He just lost a
Yeah.
diamond necklace. But I guess
The
he
car
feels
was
that
like-
way because the McLaren incident, that was in his hands. While here, he had zero control, other than choosing to wear $300,000 worth of diamonds that day. But he finally gave us the full story without being interrupted here.
Yeah, tell us what happened. So when you went to
Bro,
the
I'm like
ground,
pinned up against the wall, and like I get pinned up against the wall like this, and I see my chains right there in this guy's hand, and I'm being pushed like this. Some other guy's going at my watch, and I'm like trying to fight him off, and then
so 4 dudes, they pushed you against the wall like instantly, and just one took your chain.
somehow like
One's holding you.
like we're all here, like 5 of us right here, or 6 of us right here, me, Dave, Christy, and the 4 guys, and then next thing I know, Dave and 2 of the guys are there, and then one of the guys chasing me around the street trying to get my watch off. Still.
You went
It's
fully
like-
across the street.
And then the other guy's like, nah, we got the chains, and then the other guy stopped chasing me. Jack Doherty's cooked, all right?
I mean, thankfully, no one got hurt, as this is, again, a nightmare situation for anyone. But he calls his dad finally, and his dad states the obvious.
Did you run all the way across the street?
I ran there, then I was like, if I go there, it's just me and him. So I was like, I can't. I have to come back.
And then what his boy said, oh, we got to change the
Yeah,
names. Right, he
the
turned
boys,
around
like, yelled and they hopped in the car.
Yeah, hopefully that's a tough lesson. I mean, you can't advertise all your money, all your jewelry. You gotta stop that. I would. Well, I can't say that. Make a film that gets costing over $50,000.
All right, Dad. I'm live right now, Dad. Like, we're not doing this.
No, I don't know that.
At least his dad tried to share some common sense with him.
Yeah.
And his dad isn't the only one. Even his friend was trying to tell him this before the robbery actually happened.
But it didn't even break the seal, did it? Like even close?
Nah, but the chain, like,
His dad
instant,
seems
like,
pretty
he
legit.
just got
It came off
I like
just
that
right
dude
away.
so
Almost took
far.
me to the ground with him, bro. He took it off.
If you were in your hoodie too, they would have never even seen them shits. Michael literally said, tuck your chains as we were getting in the Range Rover.
Well, right after it happened.
And then he reconfirmed the chains were not insured.
Robert's probably watching his stream right now.
Yeah, what do you have to say to him?
Like, you have them insured now.
Then finally they got the bodyguard to share his perspective.
They pulled up, I heard the tires screeching, I was standing right here. I heard the tires screeching, I looked to my left and I see everybody hop out. And I tried to beat them to you. But I just remember tackling one guy, and the guy you were talking about, I had him with my left hand. And I seen the gun and I had to hold up, I had to draw back.
Restoring a lot more of our momentum with a lot less
They also
atmosphere.
managed to somehow get a little peek of the security cam footage, but it's hard to really make anything out of it as Jack's friend was filming off of the phone they were using to show the cops of the security footage.
Zoom in on my phone.
Do you see him get out?
Like, yeah, you can see some of it. Just looks like we're watching Minecraft Pixels.
You can see him hop out of the car and start running.
Minecraft pixels,
So,
brother.
can't really see much here, but it definitely confirms it happened. If there's a lesson here, don't walk around with $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck, especially
We
if
have
it's
our
not
payload.
insured. But let's be real,
That's
there
the
is
big
no
thing.
need to ever peacock like that. But TikTok, they're giving away $8 to $10 to everyone who joins the app for the next couple of days. If you already have an account, they're still giving away between 50 cents and $10 if you check out the TikTok shop. So you can click the link at the top of the description down below to get some free money from
Wow.
TikTok, because why not? And
This
I'm
is
also
just
now on
wild.
TikTok as a Tozy with the 2 underscores because someone took my original name ages ago. Obviously, YouTube will always be my main platform. I'm just posting some edited versions of my YouTube videos onto TikTok because a bunch of you guys started sending me TikToks of my videos re-uploaded on TikTok with millions of views. So clearly there's a demand for my content over there as well. So hey, if you have a TikTok account, click the link in the description down below and also go follow me there. But other than that, we're now back to daily uploads, hopefully, because I've been sick with pollen allergies, but it seems like my symptoms are starting to chill out a little bit. So hopefully I'll
Bless.
see you in another video tomorrow. Peace.
Here's hoping. Motherfucker better. Okay, cool. That's appropriate. I'm burning a little longer till like 7-2. But that's good. We're at 6-4. We're in climbing. Oh, this is so good. Y'all. 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 We're on the appropriate stage for this. Could be better. Could be worse. I'll plan this one so we don't have to like end up in a hearse. Lol. That was low effort. Lower effort than smiling. Yikes. Okay, there we go. 403. Okay. That's not much burn into the next one, and we do ditch this in the body's atmosphere this time, so that's nice. It is nice. It's quite nice. 22 seconds till. That's if I have it going full. We're gonna start a little early, so that's kind of wrong. Okay, yeah, there we go. We're starting early because we're easing it up, so I don't have to like overshoot or undershoot by as much. Backing it up a lot. Come on. Trying to send the stage. There we go. Last little bit to circularize. Okay, we're fine. That's good enough. Not delete maneuver, control locked. I'll lock you. Lock your face. What have I done? I'm orbital. I'm fine. I'm not gonna like lose any altitude or momentum. Why is control locked? What have I done? Okay, why is this new to me? Why is this brand spanking new? Since when was this a thing? What the fuck? What? Y'all. This is new. This has to be new. I'm just gonna ignore it. Set as target. Easy to see. Bloop. Here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Well, we're fucked. I've never done this, so I've never known that I could fuck this up. Oh my gosh. It's not the crew. I was checking. Limited crew control. Is it partly? Because I don't technically have a pilot on board. And I don't have KCS connection. When is our burn supposed to be coming up? About here, so I want to get them to orbit it first. What's our power like energy-wise? Good. And as long as I'm not holding to anything, we should be solid. Okay. Yeah, and we're not losing altitude. Sick. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, by the way. I appreciate y'all. Sorry that I broke the stream earlier. I'm bringing y'all for what my couch time was like. There. We're going to go watch Saturated. Because this is where I was for some reason. If it's like... If it makes sense to. Maybe. Everything would be like... way new for you, but like... blah. Would be like... nothing that is new would be not something we've already done. There's no new for us. I like that sentence, even though I realize that it takes me misconstruing for me to realize how much I like it. It's a nice sentence. I like it. I like it a lot. It's quite nice. Goes well. I don't know where I want to slam us. The internet's a mess, honestly. It's so much of a mess that it's just so fun.
Why does the planet Gagarin in the hit 2023 video game Starfield have so many pipes? This one building has 37 pipes going into or around it. This tank has like 10 giant pipes coming out of it. What are all these pipes for? Where do they go? And maybe most importantly, what's in them? Let's start just by talking about what might be in these pipes. Now, initially, it looked like this was going to be really tough to figure out. The large tanks that some of these pipes come out of aren't labeled, and none of the pipes themselves are labeled either. All of them are also the exact same color, and most of them just disappear underground where we can't follow them. So how can we possibly start to piece this together? It all starts with one single thing that I randomly stumbled upon while playing the game. This tank. This giant tank says the word methane on it, which means some of these pipes probably contain liquid methane. And believe it or not, this one little clue is going to be enough for us to piece together how this entire system of pipes fits together. So over by the landing pads, we find these tanks, two big old tanks divided into two sections with large pipes coming off of each one. The obvious assumption here is that these tanks contain fuel for refueling spacecraft that land here, like a gas station. So the question becomes, what
That's
chemical
56.
might be used
That will
as
do.
fuel for spaceships hundreds of years in the future? You see where this is going. And it turns out
Methane.
we have an answer for this. Liquid methane. We'll talk about why that is later, but let me just connect some dots for you, literally. If it's fair to assume that these tanks contain liquid methane, and we know that these tanks up here definitely contain liquid methane, then we can deduce that these tanks are somehow connected to these tanks. We can't be sure that there aren't other pieces of equipment in between the two, and we don't know exactly how the pipes run underground, but this is good. This is a start. It's like finding the corner pieces when you're doing a puzzle. What we need to do next is look closely at these tanks and look
just
for any
like-
clues about what they might be used
We
for
have
and
near
why
future
they are
propulsion
where
installed.
they are.
I just
Which,
don't have
just as a
parts.
spoiler alert, is going to involve me teaching you how to read those little colored diamonds with the numbers in them. So I hope
Ooh.
you're excited for that.
Yes.
Also, if you were wondering what just showed up in my hand out of nowhere, well, you're going to be thrilled. It's a collection
Working
of
to
today's
next maneuver.
sponsor, Me Undies, which also means it's literally my underpants. Okay, here's the thing. These
Nice.
underpants are incredible. They're ridiculously
And washed,
comfy. They're
hopefully?
durable. They stay dry and breathable no matter what. They're great. That's why I bought so many. These were not sent to me for free. I paid for these. I've had these for maybe
Maneuver.
like 5 months,
Easy.
6 months, and they still feel exactly like they did the first day I got them. Speaking of pipes, they also really want me to tell you about their new boxers with a contoured pouch and ball caddy, which is a product for people with a dick and balls. It looks very comfortable. I haven't personally tried it. Maybe I'll get one so I can tell you about it next
A
time.
dick and
Also,
balls?
just FYI, if you buy a pair of MeUndies and you don't love it, you can return it for a full refund, no questions asked. It's totally risk-free. Their fabric is also sustainably made, and the something else. I can never remember all of the talking points. You would think I would put them in my teleprompter. Whatever, they're
No.
great underpants. I don't know, what do you want me to say? Good things come in big packages at MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping on orders of $75
I like my undies. I don't think I need your undies.
or more at MeUndies.com/AnyAustin. That's me. Enter promo code AnyAustin. Please enter the promo code. So what we need to do first here is look more closely at both sets of tanks, which we've determined at this point are probably connected. We're going to start with these larger ones by the landing pad, like we said. We've got a spherical tank on the bottom and then a larger cylindrical tank on top. Now, one thing I know is that liquid methane needs to be at a pretty high pressure in order to be stored. And if you're going to store anything at high pressure, you want to do it in a tank with rounded edges so the pressure is distributed evenly along the inner wall. This can help prevent an extremely violent few minutes. Because of that, my assumption is that these spherical tanks on the bottom are the ones that contain liquid methane. But then what do the tanks on the top contain? Well, these top tanks aren't spheres, they're cylinders. And cylinders have weak points along the seams, making them a lot less safe for storing high pressure chemicals. My initial thought was that maybe these top tanks contained liquid oxygen, which is an oxidizer that's necessary for rocket fuel to burn efficiently. But liquid oxygen also needs
Our
to be stored
return
at pretty high pressure. So
is
putting
gonna
it in
be
a less sturdy
so
tank would make
handy.
it susceptible to cracks and leaks and explosions. That said, maybe this
Y'all, we're
tank could
going.
be holding not liquid methane, but gaseous methane. You see, liquid methane, when it's contained, it evaporates over time, and that evaporated methane needs to go somewhere. So a lot of tank systems will hold on to that gas and use it to self-pressurize or maybe recirculate it back into liquid or, vent it off into the lovely Gagarin atmosphere. I think in real life, this kind of system is usually two separate tanks connected by a pipe, but, I don't know. I'm sure you could stack them on top and it would be fine, right? Now, all of this is mostly circumstantial evidence, but I do actually have one small piece of concrete evidence as well. Do you see these yellow markings? I was curious why a tank might be labeled with yellow markings like this, and so I started Googling around to figure out what sorts of colors and
Ooh, we
labels
get
that
our
we
mission.
use for various chemicals in real life. And what I found was very interesting. The American Society of
12.
Mechanical Engineers has guidelines for labeling dangerous
Another
chemicals,
12.
and it turns out that yellow
don't
is
know
the
if both of
color
these
that we
count.
use for flammables and oxidizers. like rocket fuel.
report.
Now, I know it sounds weird that a
None.
spacefaring society hundreds of years in the future would use the same standardization practices of
None.
2025 United States of America, but this same spacefaring society hundreds of years in the future seems to be using the 2025 USA standards for the placement of lighted exit signs over doors, so, you know, stranger things could be true. So, okay, we accept that these tanks are for liquid
Okay,
methane, with a
re-entry time.
vapor recovery unit stacked on top. Let's talk about the other tanks now and what those might be. These tanks, as you can see, have a lot of pipes running out and around them, and usually when you see that, it means that whatever is in the tanks is being recirculated or monitored or adjusted
I do believe this is indeed the person who checked where all of the power lines in GTA go and if they work.
in some way. These tanks almost
I do
certainly
believe. I
aren't
could be wrong,
storage
but I
tanks.
do
They're
believe.
probably just one stop
I
on the
want to
journey that
believe.
our methane might be taking, which makes sense since we're pretty sure that the methane is ultimately getting put into the other tanks that we talked about. Personally, I think these are probably something called flow conditioning tanks, which is a piece of equipment that can take a slightly imperfect chemical and make it perfect. It can remove air bubbles, it can regulate temperature, it can smooth out the flow. Basically, it ensures that whatever is coming out the other end is stable and consistent,
Okay.
which is what you want if you're putting it into a gas
This is
tank
gonna be
or a
frightening.
flying machine. There's also a fun little detail on this tank. Take a look at this. This is a National Fire Protection Agency hazardous materials diamond. We've all seen them and probably just assumed it was some sort of alien language, but this diamond is something we use on modern day Earth to help identify what types of chemicals are contained in the tanks. The way this diamond works is that there is a score of 0 to 4 in each space, 0
There we
being
go. That
fine
one's worth
and
it.
4 being really bad. And each color represents a different type of hazard. Blue represents
Blue
how
represent-
hazardous the material is to interact with
Yeah,
in
we didn't
terms
get
of
one
health
of these
effects on the
earlier.
body.
I
Red
should have
represents how
reset it.
flammable
There we
the
go.
material is. Yellow represents how stable the material is and whether it will explode easily. And the white spot is a place for other informational symbols, like if it's radioactive or corrosive
Iron
or
space
whatever. So for
over-
this diamond in Starfield, this is
Iron
on the
space.
liquid methane tank. They've given it a 130
Fuck!
rating. That means it's a little bit dangerous for your health. It's very flammable and it's not very unstable. The actual
I wanted to
real
use
life
that to
rating for
decelerate.
liquid methane
It should be fine-ish.
is
I mean, it can burn up. It might explode.
340. Can you tell me
But
what
it's
a
fine.
340 rating means, kids?
Shoots Q.
That's right, it means it. Now, the funny thing is, I'm
Fuck.
pretty sure that the 130
Well-
rating, the one that's actually in the game, is the only one that they had a
We're
model for,
free-for-allin',
because if you
boys.
look around, all of the other NFPA stickers in the game, they all use that exact same one. So
This
there's
should
this
be
one
fine.
inside this doctor's office here. So it's probably just a coincidence that it was even remotely close to the real-life one for liquid methane. But, you know, I still really like that it exists at all. I think that's funny. So far, this idea broadly makes a lot of sense. Methane goes into the flow conditioning tank, it gets purified or whatever, and then it flows out to the
We're
tanks
losing
and
science
into the
mis-
spaceships. The two
capsules.
questions we have remaining are, one, where does the methane flow from before it goes into the conditioning tanks? And two, is there any other equipment we would expect to see as part of this whole system? For the first question, the answer is pretty obvious. We'd be looking for some sort of very large storage tank to hold all of that
Yes.
unprocessed
Come
methane while
on.
it awaits distribution. Again, probably a spherical tank or
Fuck.
at least something with rounded edges and something
That's both
large
of
that could
them.
hold vast quantities of methane so that they won't ever run out of it for the ships. And you're not going to believe this, but I actually found one. And it's not even very far away from the flow conditioning tanks. The only thing that's a little bit weird about this
Everything
is that
else
it's
was
mostly buried
fine.
underground, but then it hit me. Gagarin is really, really hot.
You think you're hot? Try wearing security armor.
We
It's like
have
over 100 degrees
very
Fahrenheit
few
during the day,
benefits
according
from
to
this
the lore.
mission
And you
now.
need to insulate the liquid methane from the heat. And what cheaper way to do that than just
I
to bury the
wanted
whole
to
thing
not
underground? It's a pretty
accidentally
cool little
ditch the
detail.
last
If it was
stage. I
intentional,
wanted
it
to
might
use
be
it for a
coincidence,
more
or it wasn't.
accelerated
Nobody
deceleration
knows.
here.
We're going to find out later, actually. Hold tight. So that just really leaves the
So,
second question. Is there any other equipment
know.
that we would expect to see in a system like this if it was real life? And the answer is yes, obviously,
fine.
right? Depending on how granular you really want to get. So right now, we have raw methane storage tanks going
30,000.
into
Nice
conditioning
place to
tanks,
enter
and
at.
then going into the final fuel storage tank. This on its
38
own makes more
with this
sense
little
than
bit
you
of
probably would
protection
expect from your
from
average
money.
video game. Even
Seems
if
to
this
work
is all
out.
just random coincidence, like sort of an industrial Rorschach test.
That
it's pretty
that's
neat
the
to
thing
see
I
it all
just
here, to be
remembered,
able to
though,
draw
so
these
that's
kinds of
whatever.
conclusions. But technically, there's some other equipment you might
Lol.
expect in a sequence like this. Firstly, you need some kind of pump to move the methane from the raw storage into the conditioning tanks, and I don't see anything like that in the
We've
game, so
done
I'm
that
not sure how
capture.
the methane is moving passing through the system, especially
We're
not
good.
up to those conditioning tanks, which for some reason are like 30 feet in the air. I don't know. So that's at least one thing that we're missing. Next, you might expect to see some kind of vapor collection thing at the conditioning station
believe we
as
got
well. Remember the thing we talked about with the upper
significant
tank and
benefit from
the
this.
over by the fuel pads? Now this actually might be here because it's totally possible that only one of these two
Okay, if I relaunch this mission, I'm strapping some science materia into a storage bay, and we're just gonna take the storage bay with a chute. I'm pretty sure we can get thermal shit at this point. I can put that inside of it. It'll weigh
tanks
more.
is actually a
It'll be
conditioning
worth
tank,
it.
and that the other one is
We'll actually
for
get the
vapor
return.
recovery. That's actually more in line with how this works in real life anyway,
A
so we're
Kerbal
going to
has
check
to
that
get it
one
there,
off. Very
so-
nice. Next, given that all the pipes
Until we
from the
have
conditioning
drones.
tank to the final fuel storage tank go underground, we'd
As soon
expect to
as we
see
have
at
drones,
least
it
some
can
section
change.
of pipe above ground to use as maintenance and monitoring access. And guess what? Just a short distance away, we find this pipe, a really big pipe, and not only does this pipe have various valves and things on it, but it's actually wrapped in insulation, which is a great little detail. You know, if we said earlier that that big sphere was buried for temperature control, it makes sense that you would also need to protect a pipe of this size from the elements in the same way. And then lastly, the only other thing we would expect to be looking for is some kind of computerized
Broken
monitoring
textures,
station.
Space
And that's an
Sim.
easy one. Starfield has computers all
Pretty
over the
game.
fucking place. Any one of these computers could be part of a monitoring system, so we basically get a free pass on that. Excellent. Let's take a look at the whole system as we've determined it to be set up, okay? So we've got the raw storage tank up here, which flows without a pump to the conditioning station, and then into the vapor recovery tank, which then comes around to this safety access pipe, which gives us maintenance access, right? And then it comes down here, it goes back underground, and eventually it makes its way to our final fuel storage tank while being monitored all the way by various computer systems. Now, given all the pipes down here, there are two paths it could really take. It could be coming in from the middle
12
here,
return.
or it could be coming in from the right and around. Since we can't see underground,
one
there's
of
no real way
these.
for us to know. Maybe it's both. This is pretty
At
wild if you
36?
think about it, right? I mean, we went from nothing is labeled and nothing makes sense.
We can start bringing in heat shields, and we have a service bay, and it costs 15. It puts us back a little, but we get that much science back just from returning this mission. The big thing has been investing earlier in better propulsion. This mission has not a lot to spare. So we're gonna check our total mass is dry 20.5. That's enough precision for me to not like explode. Okay. This is wild. We can actually take more fucking stuff with us. Oh, this is gonna be like really reckless. Okay, hold on. Nope. This is gonna weigh so much more. Oh, it's not gonna be worth it. Yikes. I'm going to want it, but it is so not going to be worth it. Oh, there's already one. It's not gonna be worth it. Home skillets. Yikes. Okay. 20552? What? Okay. Well, it doesn't weigh much at all. That's fine. Am I missing something? We lose a little bit of our max force speed. Okay, cool. I can put these here. Oh, that's the big thing. It's getting them out of a place where they're more likely to break. We'll clip those in. We're gonna clip these so they fucking work. I'm sorry for all of you who also, like me, don't like clipping stuff in KSP. But, this sacrifice has to be made for the greater good. Today. Right now. I'm sorry. We'll get over it. We're over it, see? It's done. Well, no we're not. Okay, now we're over it. It's fine. It can't get us. We're over it, see? We just won. We're the victors. We're nowhere near done with this nonsense. Here's a radial chute. It looks so silly. Okay, cool. It clips worse than we can see, but it's broken texture space sim and things are fine. It seat of our pants. Seat of our whole darn pants. Nothing can stop us now. It's all by the seat of our pants. We already have enough telemetry. All I want is science payload shit. Yep, thermometer. I could sneak in multiple and be fine. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so tedious. Well, because we know that the other stage comes through with enough heat that it's like not really. Oh, because it's clipping into the goddamn thing. The other stage comes in like hot enough that it's like bananas. I'm gonna actually go with symmetry and just take 2. I feel like there's nothing really wrong with this. We're going to hotkey these motherfuckers. How do I want to do this? Lay it flat first, I guess? Sure. And then bring it down, and then pull it in. And then this, this? Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I like this. This looks pretty. Y'all are just like stuck with me through stints of if we're going to do reactions or if we're just going to play KSP, and where there's no certainty here. Y'all are champions. Thank you for tolerating me. I wouldn't tolerate me. It's bananas. Thank y'all. Dude. I'm just letting myself clip things into stuff. This is like wild. I usually really wouldn't get down with this. Because of stuff like this. Like, this is all tilty. It's a tilt-a-whirl. It makes sense why it looks all jacked up. It's because it's jacked up. Anywho's, this is well temperature protected and it's rudimentary for science return, but it's a lot. And I like it. And I think it's the way to go. We have symmetry. We're fine. Okay, check our staging. Check our weight. Yeah, I apparently missed some shit in checking my weight because I am not seeing a difference here and that makes no sense. So I fucked up. That's sad. Oh well. Too bad. Oh well. QQ. Must suck. Guess not. Doesn't suck. Could've sucked. Doesn't suck. Huh. Wild. Because then I can cue the parachutes and then choose to ditch it if I want to and separate stages. Like, if we're at risk of losing everything, I can try to keep our Kerbal alive by ditching this if its cooling is busted. Otherwise, we can come in with them and take the plural parachute cushion. And that should be fine. That should be very much fine. It's a lot more to chug along, but we had a lot of Delta V, just a lot of misclick. That's the kind of shitty thing. But we have enough thrust to weight in every stage. I think this one went down by 0.04, I think. And that's not something I've seen reflected anywhere else on my screen, so that's wild. Let me get over this and fucking accept that I can learn how this works. I mean, no shit, but like I just choose not to, right? Like I just look at it like, oh, I don't want to learn how to use the random KSP computer. But like honestly, it's always a thing that I grab with the little like subset of mods that I go for. It's a dependency, I think. So let's take the little computer. Let's strap it to the top. Oh, it looks so cute. See, it's in its own little like protected cubicle. And if this works out, maybe we won't need to send like Kerbals on missions, possibly. I don't know. I'm very new to actually using this, and I don't think I understand it in any reasonable capacity, so I think we're fucked. But that's okay, and who the fuck cares? I'm gonna do something to save us. At this stage up. No, I don't have to do that. I can, what's just this? Okay, cool. Yes. I can just insert a like stub-like one at the stage that I keep fucking up, and another at the other stage I want to protect, I think. I don't know if that'll work well, we'll see. We have a much better science payload with symmetry, so we can grab like, you know, the deep space stuff that we also can grab with most of this. Nothing else is now shoved on the, oh, I guess this is no longer necessary. Nothing is like shoved inside of anything. We have symmetry so we can facilitate returns. That said, I could really try to, we don't have batteries yet. I don't want to like try to send research data back because I'd have to burn the alternator the whole time, or like burn an engine to charge the alternator the whole time, and like that would be wild. Oh, I need to key these. Here I can unsymmetry all of them, and then I can just bind one set to 1 and the other to 2, and yeah, there's gonna be points where it like loses relevance, and it's fine, but like until then, yikes. Like for things that are already stored, I can just like do the thing dinger, right? I know the thing dinger is not the most effective way to communicate this. Hold on, I got this. Yo motherfucker, I got this. The thingamadoodle, bruh. If there's a duplicate, I can just mash the key again if I don't get any research data for it and just remember to reset. And then it'll just like be the one that... What? Did I already? Oh, I did the thermometer. Oh my gosh. I did this. I need to do this. There we go. Okay, we need to do the others on 2. Log temp. Observe goo. This one's in the back. Log pressure data. Yee. Alright, cool. Close the thing. Yes. Okay, this is extra, but it should get us our data. And that's what we really, 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 really want. So, W. A solid W. What? It's a little bit extra. It looks funky. But given what we have, it'll be fine. Like, I just need to not cook us too much on the ascent. When we're in the thickies, the very thick of it. Everybody knows we'll get the wobbles if we do obscene things while we're in the thick of it. So this will be like easy, right? We'll conserve a little bit of nonsense. We'll burn a little bit less aggressively. It'll take a lot longer to do some very basic nonsense. But who cares? We're doing it efficiently. When we get out of the thick of it, we can start to go a little bit more aggressively with our ascent. Until then, it gets a little bit more easy all the time, and we can just ease off of it and store a lot of that impact for as soon as we get to a more easy to navigate part of space. Which is basically, once you get out of the gravity well, you're good. Keep fucking running. That's what I've learned being on this earth all this time. You need to fall So you need to fall good, and that's what we're gonna do, is hopefully store momentum and fall good.
To actually, I think we can trace the entire path of the liquid methane from start to finish with just a little bit of detective work. Anytime I get to this point in a video, it's really hard for me to tell whether I'm a genius or whether I'm insane, because everything I'm saying is based on real, truthful observations. Everything I've said is a fact, but it's really easy.
See? More thrust.
To take a
just a little bit. Oop, there we go. I'm gonna pull back on it because now we weigh substantially less. Find just enough to keep us going, not losing the velocity, because I don't want us to like fall away from it at any point. We have less like points of where we spew stuff out, but we weigh less, so it takes less fuel overall, 1 nozzle instead of 5, to get us where we want to go. We're at 24K is our apoapsis. We're currently at an altitude of 22K, building to 25K on our apoapsis. We're going to be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be able to start our turn soon, and I'll make it a lot more efficient. I promise.
Bunch of facts and draw
Okay, wait,
totally
don't hold me to that.
incorrect
but,
conclusions
you
from
know.
them if you lack any education in the subject matter. This is like a huge reason why pseudo-archaeology or like woo-woo ideas about quantum mechanics have become really popular. Tough problem. So when I look at my big theory about how all this equipment connects together in Starfield, and I look at all of the facts that I've used to draw those conclusions, it's easy to feel like I've cracked the code and then just to pass that information along to you. I could end the video right here and most of you would walk away thinking, oh wow, Starfield, they put so much fun work into it. Wow, I didn't realize how much detail it had. But just to be clear, we have no idea if I'm right about any of this. The only way we could possibly know if I'm right is if I could talk directly to the people who placed all of the pipes here on Gagarin way back when Starfield was in development, and then get those people to do a fact check on all of my theories. Inside this envelope, I have an email that I printed out, and this email has correspondence from 2 people, someone named John and someone named Raphael. Now, John and Raphael both work at Bethesda Game Studios, and this isn't a joke, by the way. I feel like this is sounding like I'm doing a bit and making up names, but this is all true. John Gravato was the senior concept artist on Starfield, and Raphael Vargas was the lead city artist on Starfield. I sent John and Raphael pictures of all the equipment I was looking at on Gagarin, along with my theories about what they were for, and then I asked them to fact check me. This is either going to be very humbling or very affirming, okay? Blah, blah, blah. Austin, we love your videos so much. Okay, here we go. Number 1. In the case of the giant underground storage tank that I said contained unprocessed liquid methane, I was 100% correct. This is a quote from Raphael Vargas. Quote, I designed the large gas methane containers based on tankers that transport liquefied natural gas and real-world methane refineries. We just got an email from the guy who made this tank. This is my dream come true. Check this out. This is a picture of those large natural gas tankers he was talking about. First of all, kind of terrifying. But secondly, that's exactly the type of thing that we looked at on Gagarin. Really cool. Okay, next one. In the case of the elevated tanks that I said were flow conditioning tanks, I was 100% correct again. Again, this is real. The quote is right here. This is from John Gravato. I hope that's how I pronounce it. Quote, correct. I saw these as storage tanks that use complex twists, angles, and elevation pressures to remove bubbles from the liquids. 2 for 2. I mean, come on. Okay, next one. In the case of the insulated section of pipe that I said was monitoring for the liquid methane, I was incorrect. Womp womp. Quote, this is also from John Gravato, who says, I actually saw this as a thermal vent pipe, perhaps storing natural thermic energy for heating systems designed to keep the facility heated at night. Gagarin nights are as cold as the days are hot. I think this is so cool. First of all, it proves that they weren't just telling me I was right every time just to make me feel good. But secondly, I love the way he said, I actually saw this as. He didn't say this is a thermal vent pipe. He said, I saw it as a thermal vent pipe. And that's exactly the thing. Just like with song lyrics, I think there is absolutely room for individual interpretations of video game environments, and hearing that someone who works on the game has that kind of light touch approach to the environmental canon is really cool to me. Okay, last one. Really one more. In the case of the fuel storage tanks near the landing pad that I said were used to fuel the nearby ships, I was neither right nor wrong. Quote, I don't have anything for this one, but I like your interpretation. This quote really gets to the heart of something that we always talk about on this channel. It
I'm
is
gonna just
very
store
cool
more
when
fuel in our
games take the
bottom
time
layer.
to create
What
extremely
stage?
realistic environments where they go through the routines of every
It
NPC,
needs to give
and
us
they
the
make
umph.
sure every single
Everything
power
else
line
doesn't
connects to
need
a
to.
substation. But for me personally, a game that strikes a balance between super
It's
thoughtful about the
thick
logic
and heavy
and
for
super artistic or even
storage.
overtly blasé
It's
about
got
the
a lot
logic,
of
that's my
fucking
sweet spot.
thrust.
I say this still counts for my theory though, because they didn't have a theory, so I think mine is still correct. Let me read you another one of the quotes that Raphael sent
We're
me.
still using
Quote,
this, by
we
the way.
use the pipes to break up sight lines, add visual interest, reduce repetitiveness, draw attention, introduce color variation, guide the player, or simply
It's
make
still
the environment
useful.
feel more dynamic and cool. As level
Little
builders,
mistake.
we often use props to help tell stories,
Gotta
and the
deorbit.
pipes were part of that visual narrative.
Still
It's
fine.
also important to note that as we build the world, we create modular elements called pack-ins, which are reused across multiple levels and environments. While the original intent of a pack-in might come from one specific reference, its final use can vary depending on the level designer or artist implementing it. All of this says a lot about the way that games are put together, but that second thing in particular, the thing about the
We're sure
modular
orbital.
elements, you can see this if you travel to other planets in the game.
triggers.
I went to Mars, yes, like Mars, like from the solar system in real life, and on it you can find a ton of those giant storage tanks, as well as really huge pipes. Saturn's moon Titan too, which actually has lakes of liquid methane, again, like literally in real life, that's a scientific fact. Titan has a whole system of pipes for harvesting and processing that liquid methane, which is just such a cool detail. That combination of real scientific information with the messy, collaborative, and beautiful game design process is one of the things that I think makes Starfield genuinely kind of special. It's not a perfect game by any means, but it does have a certain je ne sais quoi, at least for me. Now, just like with anything, the
It pays a lot of the, it seems unintentional, but always appreciated respects to a long lineage of sci-fi, doing its best to challenge where it can and to reinforce where it ought to. I like it.
we look at, there's always going to
It's
be
cute.
some level of detail we can go into that makes the whole theory fall apart. For example,
Pretty hard.
even though rockets do use
Let's
liquid
go.
methane as fuel, they technically also need some sort of oxidizer to burn properly, and we didn't see any infrastructure for that.
Oh, that's
There are tons of
fine.
other little things you can dig into to see where the simulation
But I
starts to break
gleamed
from
and I tapped
reality.
the
And if you
thingy.
have time, boot up Starfield and go have a look for yourself. But for my part, the fact that we were able to deduce
I haven't played it since launch, but I wouldn't mind giving it a go again in some time.
some pretty broad stroke
Just not right
truths
now,
about the world design
you
from
know?
just a few bits of information,
cool,
that's
though.
pretty awesome. There were some other quotes and tidbits from the developers that didn't fit into the scope
Shoots are
of this
cute.
video, so I'll publish a little addendum to this on my Patreon at some point in the next week or two maybe. It's $3 if you want to join, but obviously you can just bug somebody in the Discord and I'm sure they'll give you a link. But aside from
Doesn't
that, big shout out to
decouple till
Jess
after.
at Bethesda Games for helping make this all come together. Big thanks to John and Raphael for their time, and big thanks to you for watching this video. Enjoy
Thank
video
you
games.
for presenting
I'm Annie
it.
Austin.
Bye. So, I think that is like absolutely lovely. I'm quite certain they've also done the GTA telephone polls. I feel like that was their doing as well.
You're on track to be
If I'm wrong, I'm the biggest shithead in the world. What? We're deorbiting it. I need to fix it. Okay, I need to watch this because there's no other way I'm going to. It's old man sensitive society. But this is getting really pathetic. Skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. There's more skull emoji there than there is in me saying skull emoji that many times. So I feel vindicated.
I will never have any pity for any f***ing soldiers. The U.S. military? Who
Oh, I
f***ing who?
forgot this one.
I hope you get
I forgot this
PTSD.
meme. Twizzle.
Frogan truly is the gift that just keeps giving us content, entertainment, and for that, I am forever grateful. Next time she's live on Twitch, I'll be sure
Thank you, Sensitive. Thank you, Frogan. Thank you for the content.
or to be one of the 25 people in the chat to send some love. I'll send her like $5, tell her that I'm a big fan. I have a crush on her. I might low-key be in love with her. I mean, and I might as well just address it here. Yes, I am in love with Frogan.
See, it's only running
Okay, I'm tripping.
the ones
Frogan
that
needs no
we
introduction. I've
could
made
still benefit
about
from.
35 videos on her
We're
in the
golden.
last week. And truth be told, after making my Logan Paul video, I was
There
going to
we
talk
go.
about something else. But then I saw all of this go down, which involves Frogan and a YouTuber and Twitch streamer who goes by Tectone. It's a huge day for the unemployed, so
Flying
get
over Kerbin's
comfortable,
water was
grab
new
your
for us.
snacks, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like if you enjoyed this video. So it all started when this came out.
Okay, this will be
Tectone
very
banned
slow
for
down.
calling Frogan a, and I'm quoting here, YouTube, please do not demonetize me, a fat piece of shit. End quote, of course. You
Well,
know,
we
I'm not
need to
here
be delivered
body
the
shame,
news,
right?
so.
I'm not saying everyone should start body shaming people, but is he lying though? Let's just be real for a second. At first, I wasn't even gonna talk about this because I just thought, well, yeah, what am I going to say? Oh yeah, that's funny. But yeah, I don't know, subscribe to the channel, drop a like. But at the same time, should I feel bad if someone called her fat when she said everything about the stuff that Frogan has said, attacking others?
I mean, it's okay for them both to be doing inappropriate shit. That's totally fine. Like, Twitch's bans are performative anyway, so it's fucked up, but, you know, they'll come back. They'll have their shit together. They'll get that, you know, post-ban at a certain threshold bump. And, yeah, I don't know. Everyone wins, and Twitch has to do nothing. They don't even have to hire trust and safety staff. Which is really fucking disgusting. They should do that. That's, like, important. I'm really glad that the United States government has been on a several-year tirade, largely in point with Mitt Romney at it, about holding them accountable, and it's been really fucking cute. Like, Mitt has been doing what Elon wants to do for years now. It's fucking adorable.
So why is she surprised she's getting that same energy back?
I can continue calling Mitt adorable. He keeps doing adorable shit. What do you fucking want from me? When he stops doing adorable shit, I'll stop calling it fucking adorable. Goddamn. Holy shit. Is this like the pipe? This is struts. Oh, struts would be so nice. Oh, the big decouplers? Oh, that would be beautiful. Ugh, these are worthless right now. They're not worth our time. The bigger fuel tanks for 90. We have 50, 53. So, oh, batteries. Oh, I can do drones. Oh, I can spend 45 and do drones. Oh, that would be, they weigh less. I don't have to put Kerbals at risk. I got the drones. I can stop killing Kerbals. Oh shit, I can do drones.
Frogan
shit, I
never
can do
got banned
drones.
for making those comments
Oh
about
my
the
fuck, I
military
can do
and
drones.
wishing PTSD upon
Oh,
them.
that's so
The only
good.
reason why she got banned
Oh,
in the
that's
first
so
place
fucking
is
good.
when Denims and Frogan and a whole bunch of other relevant people were
Oh,
doing a
that's so
panel on
good.
Twitch, and well, it became a whole situation. It wasn't until then that they all got banned for about a week. But Frogan has said insane things, yet she never gets banned. But Tectone
Oh,
gets
it's
banned
so
for 2
fucking
weeks
good.
for calling her fat,
Oh,
which
I
is
have
not
it.
a lie. Like, some people could be like, yeah, that's mean, but is he lying though? That is a
Oh,
real
I have the thing I need.
Yes, I got banned for
Oh,
2 weeks for
sweet
simply
shit.
calling Frogan a fat piece of shit. I'm not sorry, to be honest, and I stand by what I said. However, going forward,
stand
I'll
on
do
business,
my
I
best to not
guess.
bring her up again. As me bringing
That
her
works.
up only brings her into relevancy, and I'd rather let her punishment be her own failure at being a streamer. 2-time Rising Star Award-winning
there you
streamer, by
go.
the way. But I do think that it's crazy that I get banned for 2 weeks for calling someone fat. The things you see on a daily Hassan or Denim stream is 10,000 times worse, and they don't even get a warning, which is true. Hassan
It does need to be called out.
has said some pretty insane things. I think the longest Hassan has ever been banned for was a day or 2. It's obvious that Twitch has its little group
Oh
of
my gosh, I
individuals
can
that can literally
actually-
call for the death of
Oh my
someone,
shit, I can
yet
send
they
such a
don't
good
get banned.
mission.
And when something
Oh,
does end
fuck
up
yes.
happening, it's
This
usually
is so
for a day or
bomb.
2. I get it, you can make an argument that this falls under hate speech or harassment, and I could be like, okay, sure, 2 weeks? How do you give this guy 2 weeks, yet you give Frogan, someone who's saying insane shit all of the time, you give them nothing. I don't think it's a conspiracy theory to say that Twitch has their favorites, people that they will protect
Oh, no, it's
until
true.
that fucking company
I will
dies. I think
vouch for
2
that
weeks
shit.
for calling someone fat, I think it's ridiculous. And this person brings up a really good point. And saying that he gets banned for 2 weeks for calling her fat, meanwhile, she gets a single day ban for wishing PTSD and death on American veterans
hold on.
and saying that America deserved
We're
9/11.
doing
I mean,
this.
I don't think she said
We're
America
fucking
deserved
doing
9/11. I
this.
think they're
We're doing it
confusing her
fucking
with
live.
Hassan Piker. But before I continue that thought, why
Thank you,
are we
Sensitive.
protecting Frogan? She gets like 20 to 45 views.
Well, no, Hassan said it, but like it's been puppeted by a litany of people. So yes,
Viewers on a good day.
my favorite remix of that is "America Deserved Vegans," because just everyone deserves me. Okay, like what the fuck? Am I not fun? Am I not haha funny? Am I not good content for you? What the fuck? No. Y'all deserved me. Now suffer.
She brings next to no revenue on Twitch. I probably
America
bring more
deserves
revenue to the
vegans.
company, and I never
It
stream
is
on
so
Twitch.
funny.
Why are they protecting Frogan? As a matter of fact, let me see if Frogan is live.
See,
Okay, the last
this is
time she was
extra
live was
weight
4
we don't
days ago.
need. I just need one of them.
What the fuck is this thing?
The real reason why I got banned is very simple. There is a woman on the internet who I made a video on, and the title of that video was "The Dumbest Woman on Twitch." And in this video, this streamer by the name of Frogan,
I mean, if you want to make a video about the dumbest woman on Twitch, honestly, if you're gonna come at me, come correct. You should be making it on me. But like, okay. You can't just like take my one thing, dude. Like, everybody has a thing. Your thing is people are shitty to you. My shit is like what I just fucking called dibs on. Thank you very much. Howdy, how are you doing?
decided to say that
I'm doing Kerbal stuff. What are you up to? How are
every
you?
soldier
How's your day?
in America should get PTSD, and that she hopes they get PTSD and can never recover.
Why
And
am
you
I
know what I
making
get
all
banned
this
for
again?
2 weeks for?
I have another thing. we can
Because I
say.
call her a fat piece
Oh,
of
we'll keep
shit,
that. That's
and the
fine.
only thing that's seen the inside of her is a McDonald's Big Mac. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks. Because I called someone insulting our troops fat.
And I think it's valid to ask yourself those questions. Hey, why am I
Sounds
getting banned
Jr.,
for 2
the
weeks
coupler.
for calling her fat, yet she could say all this other stuff and nothing happened to her? Then we get this other tweet. 2 weeks for calling someone a fat piece of shit. 1 day for calling on the death of a senator. Oh yeah, that was Hassan. Yeah, Hassan said this. It's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's a fact that if you're protected,
I feel
and
you
you're
there.
under
I don't want
that
to sleep.
Hassan
I'm
Piker
having
bubble,
fun
you're
staying
gonna be
awake being a
protected. So you
shithead.
can
I like
keep
playing
on
KSP.
saying
This
all
game
those
is bomb.
insane things,
You ever played KSP?
right? And as long as you belong
Y'all,
to that
it's not supposed to look like this. I broke the textures. It's broken texture space simulator. Such a good game. It's I did try to install like things like Engineering Redux, KOS, because it's a fun thing that I've never used and it's there. I know Scatter I attempted to have. And so since something's breaking, it's I'm leaving it and I'm not fixing it and I like it. KSP2 is a scam. KSP1 is the best thing ever. So yeah, KSP2 is a scam. KSP1 is the best thing ever. I can get away with sending up a really petty mission, and I am going to do that. I'm going to do the fuck out of that. Oh my shit, yeah, I don't even have to remove that. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Oh my shit, I have batteries now. Oh my fuck, I didn't even realize. Y'all, this is amazing. I have batteries. Y'all. Y'all, my homie in the shawl. I can have batteries now? This is like wild. Y'all, this is amazing. I have batteries. You have no idea how rough it's been batteryless. Like batteryless and barefoot. That's been our story. It's kind of fucking rough, honestly, if you ask me. Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna need to strap some shit down. This is gonna get real nasty, and it's gonna look real gross. But my biggest hope is that it... I just exist. I have fun existing. My biggest hope is that we get this to land and not cook itself too much. It can cook itself a little bit, just not too much, you know? Okay. I'm putting this together weird. That's the problem. This shouldn't be put together in a more practical way, but I'm building it from the inside out now. I don't know why I do this to myself. I have like no couth or compunction. I am a bad person for this. This is wild. I don't even like that I did this. This has too many stages. This is disgusting. But it, so here's the thing. I need to start putting... Okay, it's science mode. So there's like no risk of loss of Kerbal life, which is basically amazing, right? What do we not want to lose lives? How are we gonna get that? Droning space drones, cute little space drones, cute little sweet little space drones being adorable. Just little sweethearts just going around through space being the cutest little thing ever. Extend antenna. Okay, if this could rotate the other way and not look ugly, we'd be good. But it would look... Wait, hold on. Will it? Can I be so lucky? Come on. Come on, sweetness. There you go, buddy. You're gonna fold like shit. If you don't break, that's a win. Our space program for the win, my guy. Y'all, that's what's up. I'm gonna ruin this. Okay, it seems fine. I was looking at our TWR the whole way down through our whole little stack. K works. K works again. Sure, works. What's here? Why are these separate? This should be somewhere higher. This should be somewhere higher. These should all be on their own. Okay. No. Get over there. Get to where you ought to be, not to where you were. You goober. Okay, cool. We're gonna insert a little dummy stage here because I keep messing up miserably and I'm a bad player. I like the broken textures. They're really pretty. I can't have them fit. I can't fix them. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. They're so cozy. Like, it looks so trippy. I'm here for it. It wins. And I just keep accidentally sending down certain stages. Like, at points when I can reach out of the window, I'll like reach down again and press space. Oh, these really aren't centered. I don't care. Up we go. Do 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 do. Press and play again.
At community, you should be fine. But if anyone dares to call you fat,
also they can never say, "Oop, I really wish I could relaunch that." They can never say, "Oh wait, there's no Kerbal on this. I could just crash it." Yeah. Oh? Oh, yeah, Mr. Piker did say that he wanted that to befall someone. He then also had to roll it back. A lot of times when he's had to, like, he keeps towing the line of, like, at some point, the fucked up humor that is always evoking a thing that is not appropriate has got to fucking stop. And like that's from someone who has a really dark sense of humor, like me. Like I have a horribly dark sense of humor. And like, well, at least I did. I don't know. Like at this point, I'm kind of just chilling. Like, raunchy shit's happened. I've processed it. I've moved the fuck on. I don't know. World's wild. I feel like this storage unit, I can't use it selectively. What I'd want it to do is only be utilized with, oh, how on earth am I gonna clip myself inside here for this? I'm not, I guess. Oh, no, now I am. Okay. So, I don't have any control over what it accesses. It is bananas. As soon as we had drones and I didn't have to like bring Kerbal back safe, I will just abandon a mission in flight, unabashedly. I will just yeet it to the stars. Okay, what did I break? Enough. I put too much thrust down at the start. That should be about it. The rest of the mission weighs less and has an extra bit of oomph as it gets to the next stage, so we should be fine. Double checkies. Oh yeah, it's like 10k, it's 10k less. We're golden. Anywho's, Mr. Piker, so Hassan has been like, you know, wished harm on us, on a representative, and that part I like is etched into my memory, unfortunately, now. It's gotten kind of raunchy, I don't know. And people say that Twitch has no like self-policing mechanism, and there kind of is that, because Twitch and Discord let go a lot of their trust and safety personnel a long time ago. So the people that take the CSAM takedowns and the law enforcement requests, and that really need to be treated appropriately because they deal with a disgusting burden of work, in terms of capacity, and also, this is very wiggly, and also just that to this day, I still think that the folks that process law enforcement requests desperately would benefit from something in the mind of hazard pay and more supported hours. Yeah, this is about to be botchable, but I'm gonna try to wrangle it through. This current stage is just like absolutely whatever. It's a big whatever, who cares. It can brute force us to a certain altitude, which we're nowhere near, but we are now less wobbly as we achieve it. We're still in the thick part of the atmosphere. It's gonna be rough. We'll get out of it soon. This stage is for the thick part. It is for the part that no one wants to be a part of. But yet, we are all conscripted to dwell here. So, that's fine. I need to pull back. Oh no. That was me failing. We're nearly burnt through. Okay, cool. A lot less. Please stabilize. No? Okay. That's fine. I need to keep it above 45-ish. Because I'm, still trying to climb. And as grim as this looks, I want to try to save it. It seems fun. Like, I don't know, this seems fun to save. Oops. We're also plummeting back down right now. So we're trying to recover from a fall. You can't be mad at me. This is kind of fun. Anywho's, I'll run it back a little bit.
Son?
Here. This seems about an appropriate place to play it back
Things, yet she never gets banned. But Tectone gets banned for 2 weeks for calling her fat, which is not a lie. Like, some people could be like, yeah, that's mean, but is he lying though? That is a real question. Yes, I got banned for 2 weeks for simply calling Frogan a fat piece of shit. I'm not sorry, to be honest, and
I mean, if you just called her a piece of shit, I don't think I'd be like, hey, that other part's inappropriate. So I would have just been like, yeah, I mean, she was being a piece of shit. That was a choice she made, yes, indeed.
I stand by what I said. However, going forward, I'll do my best to not bring her up again, as me bringing her up only brings her into relevancy, and I'd rather let her punishment be her own failure at being a streamer. 2-time Rising Star Award winning streamer, by the way. But I do think that it's crazy that I get banned for 2 weeks for calling someone fat. The thing to see on a daily Hassan or Denim stream is 10,000 times worse, and they don't even get a warning, which is true. Hassan has said some pretty insane things. I think the longest Hassan has ever been banned for was a day or 2. It's obvious that Twitch has its little group of individuals that can literally call for the death of someone, yet they don't get banned. And when something does end up happening, it's usually for a day or 2. I get it, you can make an argument that this falls under hate speech or harassment, and I could be like, okay, sure, 2 weeks? How do you give this guy 2 weeks, yet you give Frogan, someone who's saying insane shit all of the time, you give them nothing? I don't think it's a conspiracy theory.
I mean, it's good to know that there's no plan to put him on a skiff being shared on a leaked Signal chat because journalists keep getting invited to Signal or to chats on Signal for some reason, even though they're set to delete after a point of time, and now we're skirting by on how the journalist publicizing it is preservation. People are fucking weird. It's 2025, and I still stand by it. You know, Mr. Trump should have just, like, let me do something. He hired other people. Why didn't he should just bring me around to do stuff. I like telling people no and why, and I'll just keep people off of it. Like, I'll keep people from doing weird shit. Clearly. I'll just be the, like, anti-weird shit police, you know? It's what I can do. It's not what Uncle Sam can do for you. It's what can you do for Uncle Sam. I will be the fucking pedantic bitch that I always am. Fuck it.
Theory to say that Twitch has their favorites, people that they will protect until that fucking company dies. I think 2 weeks for calling someone fat, I think it's ridiculous. And this person brings up a really good point. And saying that he gets banned for 2 weeks for calling her fat, meanwhile she gets a single day ban for wishing PTSD and death on American veterans and saying that America deserved 9/11. I mean, I don't think she said America deserved 9/11. I think they're confusing her with Hassan Piker, but before.
But she did parrot it though. Like, she did tongue-in-cheek repeat it because she thought it was funny and pretty based. I mean, hold on, can I pause this flight? Y'all, I was like calling the most like obscene shit based as fuck earlier, so I mean, I'm just here like chilling on a giggle fit. I mean, we could also say that I'm incompetency, you know? Just like, fuck it. Just to make him deal with me. I'm adorable. Like, he's got people trying to do shady shit to him already. Like, what about a not shady shithead? Doesn't everyone want a not shady shithead in their corner? I think that's how it goes. I'm pretty fucking sure. I don't know. Like, also,
In this episode of Copcam Max,
did you know about the screamy person? This person's based as fuck. They start dropping slurs like a motherfucker. They're not letting the police call them a fucking snowflake or a soy bitch. They're gonna go in there swinging so fucking hard, they're gonna be like, holy shit.
Can leave the fucking scene without a turn signal? Give him a ticket!
They put every sovereign citizen to the fucking gears. Look at them. They're auditing the police right the fuck now. They're telling them to give another officer a fucking ticket.
Do you need an ambulance?
He doesn't have a turn signal! Give him a ticket!
Do you need to go to the...
Why the fuck do I get a ticket? He can do whatever he wants!
Okay.
You're on track to be a teenage billionaire. How much?
Jack Doherty just found out why you should never wear a $300,000 chain, as he was just robbed, as it seems like no one cares, which is actually kind of shocking because when a creator this size gets robbed, especially for the amount he was robbed for,
Okay.
Okay.
It's like we have a live sins reaction
Can I help you
going
with
on.
anything else?
That's bananas.
Fucking come on!
It's not gonna happen. Anything else we can help you with tonight?
Yeah, giving him a ticket!
All right, it's not gonna happen.
What the f does he get to do whatever the
Lily, this is my hero. I'm sorry. This is my champion. I am too timid with people. I need a friend that will yell at people and put them in their fucking place. This is about to be homie. We need to collab with this motherfucker. They won't let people start shit. I'll be mindful and patient, and the second somebody does some bullshit, they'll just fucking, like, they'll launch them into the stratosphere. GG. Win.
What for?
I just want to know, are you okay?
Don't want to spoil it too far. Hold on.
Fucking dumbass!
No, fine right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at how
There's no need to
Lance
call
is-
911 again.
Get the f away from my car!
Okay, as soon as I have the identification, we'll write you citation. We'll be out of here.
Why don't you go fucking fetch it, you fucking dog?
I'm sorry, don't you just adore this person's moxie? They don't take
Do you
shit.
recognize this person? Yeah, I've dealt with her before.
You can just disconnect with her. We're here.
So I have to follow every fucking law, but that fucking faggot can leave the fucking scene without a turn signal? Give him a ticket!
Based as fuck.
Do you need an ambulance?
He doesn't have a turn signal! Give him a ticket!
Do you need to go to the...
Why the fuck do I get a ticket? He can do whatever he wants!
Okay.
Give him a ticket!
This person's my hero, dude.
Can I help you with anything else?
Give him a ticket!
Do you see their determination? This unfaltering gaze?
It's not gonna happen.
How
Anything
can
else we can help you with
anyone
tonight?
not
Giving him a ticket!
appreciate
it's not gonna happen.
them?
Does he get to do whatever the fuck he wants for?
I just want to know, are you okay?
Fucking dumbass! Why the fuck doesn't he get a ticket?
Ma'am, I can help you talk to somebody.
He didn't use his turn signal!
Ma'am, can I please call you an ambulance?
Citizens arrest!
Do you have any thoughts of harming yourself?
The thing is, all they have to do is write each other a little silly note saying them that they love their friend or something. And, or, you know, a little shitty note being like, I fucked your wife, or some bullshit, you know? And this person drives away. They don't need you to write a real ticket. You can placate them. Just don't let that leave your mind.
Where the fuck is he?
It's like we have a live sins reaction.
Where are you going?
I'm so sorry. This just disgusts me.
No reaction.
Personal.
Every time the word reaction, or even someone legit not reacting and looking unfaltered comes up, my brain unfortunately remembers that nonce saying, no reaction.
Where are you going?
Shut the fuck up!
Okay. If you keep calling 911, you could be shot. It's not.
I am getting harassed! People are breaking the law!
87, is she on the line again?
Affirmative.
You can hang up.
So what the fuck are they being retarded for? You they need to do what the fuck I say now!
Jayla?
Based as fuck.
Jayla, you
No one knows how the fuck to get under her skin now. I bet no one knows how to get under Jayla's skin. Right? None of us. Jayla just decimated everyone. Jayla is just destroyed us. What are we gonna do? How does anyone get under Jayla's skin? Jayla is a debate bro. Clearly, Jayla does the panels on YouTube and does Discord debate. I'm aware, but I don't think the officers know what they have.
Before I
I see
continue
it.
that thought, why are we protecting Frogan? She gets like 20 to 45
Okay,
viewers
let's
on
land
a
this.
good day. She brings
are
next
we
to
doing?
no revenue on
Are we
Twitch. I probably
salvaging
bring
it?
more revenue to the company, and I never stream on Twitch. Why are they protecting Frogan? As a matter of fact, let me see if Frogan is live. Okay, the last time she was live was 4 days ago. Yo, what the fuck is this thing?
The real
Okay,
reason
we'll
why I
rebuild
got
this.
banned is very simple. There is a woman on the internet who I made a video on, and the title of that video was "The Dumbest Woman on Twitch." And in this video, this streamer by the name of Frogan decided to say that every soldier in America should get PTSD, and that she hopes they get PTSD and can never recover.
Fuck.
And you know what I get banned for 2 weeks for?
You know what I forgot to do? I mean, it's a drone ship, so it's kind of fine to crash it. Parachutes. Any of them. I forgot the fucking parachutes. Y'all know that I'm an ignorant bitch, right? All right, Bomb. I'm glad we had this talk. That's very important. And in poor taste. But accurate. So what was going to happen is I fucked up my exit anyway, so who the fuck cares? I'll deal with it later. We were gonna drop this, and we have so many layers, like so many lovely layers that we can drop all of these lovingly protected bits. And then this one becomes kind of useless. It has like the case on it, so not entirely useless at the moment, I guess. It would be totally fine for us to find out words to find out if it keeps the inside alive. Hello, Hot Sauce. Good morning. How are you doing? How's your day? How are you? You're awesome. I finally have drones, so I can care so very little about what I put into space right now. Like, I don't have to care because, you know, I no longer risk the lives of Kerbals. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. I'm a piece of shit. Do. I'm loving it. All right, recover. We have, honestly, there's a solid chance that the rest of that might have come down safe now that I unloaded the area. And tracking station will let me get it. There's the tiniest chance that appears to have not come through. Oh. Maybe. The current mission we keep putzing around with is called Eyeball, and it would appear that we are actually recovering research from parts of eyeballs. They're not literal eyeballs. This is sensitive covering, I think, Tectone getting banned. I don't think it's appropriate to call people fat, so this person calling Frogan fat's like, you know, on its own. I think that if they wanted to call her a fucking asshole, I think that on its own doesn't, like, if homie just said asshole, that doesn't seem to bother me. So, I don't know. I might be picky, but I think I'm appropriately picky. and I don't think I give a fuck.
Because I call her a fat piece of shit?
Yeah, no, calling people a piece of shit. I think that part. Like, I can't be that upsetty spaghetti. If someone says a piece of shit, if someone says someone's a piece of shit, call me a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a fucking goober, a loser, a piece of shit. I fucking suck ass. I'm terrible. Heck. At least I smell good. Yeah. You know, and he's bringing up that Frogan got banned for less time for like wishing PTSD on people, etc. And, you know, genuinely, I do feel like there's not been the most like consistency with Twitch enforcing its rules. It does use it like marketing to drive up the demand of larger streamers, and for the whole platform, people don't report their streamers and chatters nearly enough. Like, we as chatters should report each other for being inappropriate, not just when we're in places we don't want to be, because we never go outside of our little bubbles. And then I heard they wanted to make you change your username. That was fucking weird. I was one of the many weird people who were like, I wonder if homie's gonna take Sapic just to fuck with them on some word shit. I'm glad that you were able to get yourself reinstated with them like eating their ass. I don't know if it is directly or if it was them forwarding it, and I was a bit concerned just like to imply their intent. I didn't want to like make the company do some weird shit where they have to like clam up and now like start protecting their prostate in a strange way. Oh, I wanted you to be able to keep it. I was just one of the people giggling, wondering if they even knew what the fuck they were doing. And because I was the one who was being a goofball and assumed possibly, just possibly, it might have been with the litany of regulation. Like limiting, limiting that, like, so in mind that, I believe it is, if I quote it the best I can, in Russia, LGBT propaganda is considered extremist, I believe. And I know that platforms like Discord and Steam were having to make concessions to even be able to serve those countries, like that country and also Turkey for other reasons. I know that it's been consistently raised to Discord that like, and UMG, that, you know, that's impacting like the working class people, the humans, the goobers who just want to like talk to their friends, etc. And it's been a weird mess because if there's no compliance, some people lose access to services. And so I was under the auspice it might be like tied in with that nonsense, for fuck's sake, because I'm a goober and I don't know nothing. I'm trying to like put this up there pretty safely. And I'm a little bit frightened. I'm a lot frightened right now. Did you know that this happens in KSP sometimes? There's a way to fix it. It's called rigid attachment. I didn't do it. This is horrible. Okay, wait. There is no parachute here. Shit. I can do a materials study and try to save it. I didn't even pack this with stuff. I was really getting ahead of myself. It's a drone. I'm not too afraid of it. Like, I was genuinely terrified trying to babysit our Kerbals to bring them back safely before we had a drone program for space. Now I'm a lot more confident and comfy with our outcomes as a Kerbin-centric space agency. I think it's important that we stand for a good, happy Kerbin, one where Kerbals aren't put at risk needlessly and life is considered, well, with the highest reverence. I think that as shithead of the Kerbal Space Agency, that we just need to not be shitheads. Also, this is adequate to get. This should be adequate. I'm having trouble remembering how to play, honestly, because I suck.
And the only thing that's seen the inside of her is a McDonald's Big Mac. 2 weeks.
That is that is the most runabout, like, joke to call someone a virgin. I mean, it's good to see the internet in the year 2025 still calling each other virgins as an insult.
2 weeks.
It's kind of funny.
2 fucking weeks. Because I called someone insulting our troops fat.
And I think it's valid to ask yourself those questions. Hey, why am I getting banned for 2 weeks for calling her fat, yet she could say all this other stuff and nothing happened to her? Then we get this other tweet. 2 weeks for calling someone a fat piece of shit.
Hold on, can I
1 day
have
for
radio?
calling on the death of a senator. Oh yeah, that was Hassan. Yeah, Hassan said this. It's no longer a conspiracy
Radio's
theory.
not
It's
worth
a
it right
fact
now.
that if you're
It's fine.
protected and you're under that Hassan Piker bubble, you're gonna be protected. So you can keep on saying,
Like, I genuinely think that it's just people who bring them in money. Now, and the reason I can stand by that is, Asmongold's ban was quite short in comparison, but he doesn't have a monetized channel, and since coming back has been forced into monetizing his channel. I don't think it was ever... I think that there was more complexity, but a large portion of it that gets ascribed more meaning than I think needs to be there, is that Twitch just wanted money. Like, the platform just wants money. Like, there's more shit they want too, but largely, they just want money. Like, fuck us. Fuck the safety of the user base. Fuck having people who, like, you know, work in trust and safety and keep fucking CSAM off the platform. Fuck all of those people. Nah, bruh. Nah. What we're gonna do is just whatever. We're gonna be shitheads. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
all of those
Relax.
insane things, right? And as long as you belong to that community, you should be fine. But if anyone
Like, even with the trust and safety thing, they let go a lot of the trust and safety staff so they could try to automate it and hire executives who take more money to do less. Like, I don't know if this takes, like, I don't mean to, like, drop some arcane shit on you, but if you have like 2 executives and you pay them a fuckload and they don't do anything that directly impacts the experience of the user base, you have 2 executives when you probably should have just built out, like, you know, entry people and enabled them to fucking succeed. So, how do I put this? If companies that answer phones don't answer the phones, which is done by the least supported staff generally in all of them, then they don't work, right? Okay, cool. That's a yes, no shit. They need to communicate with their user base to fucking work. And, like, you know, our platform genuinely fucks that up. Hi, YouTube people, you may not know what the fuck I'm talking about. I also stream on Twitch at the same fucking time. Because I'm a goofball, and I can, and I want to, and I choose to, and I do. Anywho's. Hi, Twitch people. We could do better. We do need to, like, if we want our platform to be okay, we do need to, like, ride people's asses. We as chatters need to report our fellow chatters. And we who watch content need to actually report shit that, like, is against the terms. Since people don't go outside of their bubble, we have to do it to ourselves and those whom we consider closest to us. One day, I'm gonna do something. One day I'll do something and I'm gonna demand that the fucking chat and Twitch reports me for it. And if they don't, I'm just gonna, like, excoriate them and then, like, suspend them all. It's not gonna be like intentional, but I'm sure one day I'll do something, and that'll just be what happens.
The only reason why she got banned in the first place is when Denims and Frogan and a whole bunch of other irrelevant people were doing a panel on Twitch, and well, it became a whole situation. It wasn't until then that they all got banned for about a week. But Frogan has said insane things, yet she never gets banned. But Tectone gets banned for 2 weeks for calling her fat, which is not a lie. Like, some people could be like, yeah, that's mean, but is he lying though? That is a real question. Yes, I got banned for 2 weeks for simply calling Frogan a fat piece of shit. I'm not sorry, to be honest, and I stand by what I said. However, going forward, I'll do my best to not bring her up again, as me bringing her up only brings her into relevancy, and I'd rather let her punishment be her own failure at being a streamer. 2-time rising.
I report stuff. Sometimes it gets ignored, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes you have to be really detailed in a report that may not facilitate being detailed. And it is really fucking rough. I don't know, buddy. Like, sometimes we have to follow up in an email. There have been times where I felt like I had to. And it's like rough, because with Discord it's even harder. You go to report something on Discord, and the next thing you know, you've found out that it is a brick fucking wall of unmoving automation, and that sucks ass. Especially when you're trying to, like, moderate a fucking little ass Discord. Like, it has been such a chore, because, like, inappropriate ass shit has, like, tried to, like, boop around for a second, and hell no. Just hell no. Just fuck no. And they make it really hard to report stuff. Now, people are using a VPN to EU to use the appropriate report form that the States doesn't have laws to support us getting. They're trying to sell themselves, we think. It looks like Discord is a platform for Twitch. They've always been, like, as far as I've been around, they've been, like, a publicly traded thing, a component of Amazon even more so. Like, if we want the reports taken seriously, they need to hire more trust and safety people. The people who deal with reports when there's CSAM on a platform, the people who need to have better supported hours because they have to deal with that shit. Every day at work, if not most every day, they have to deal with that kind of report, and that's horrifying. Like, who the fuck wants that? That sounds fucking miserable. It does sound fucking miserable, and you fucking know it. It sounds egregious. Because it fucking is. Okay, cool. I think we got this.
Start a war winning streamer,
But our platform doesn't have enough trust and safety to deal with the reports. We still have to keep reporting people for stuff, though. But that only means they can go check it later. It still helps for context, and we have to give good context, and we don't have the best tools to do that on Discord or Twitch. But we can still keep being contextful, still reporting stuff with lots of context. And it may not make a lot of motion, but it's the only thing that's going to.
By the way, but I do think that it's crazy that I
And
get
we
banned
gotta
for 2
fucking do
weeks
it.
for calling someone fat. The thing to see on a daily Hassan or Denim stream is 10,000 times worse, and they don't even get a warning, which is true. Hassan has said some pretty insane things.
Oh, I
I
have
think the
fucked this
longest
up.
Hassan has ever been banned for was a day or two. It's obvious the Twitch has its little.
So he calls it a little clique, but I genuinely think that it's not a partisan thing. I genuinely think that it's who brings them in money and who doesn't for the duration of bans. Like, it looks like larger streamers do get it used as a way for Twitch to extract a payday out of performative punishment. It's so weird. And I know that sounds very, like... That sounds very, hey, I'm a detective, look at my fucking sticky notes with string between them. Hey, huff this, it'll make you feel good. But I swear to fuck.
Group of individuals that could literally call for the death of someone, yet they don't get banned. And when something does end up happening, it's usually for a.
It's only because something's blown up, because there's no appropriate system to filter the reports, yes. You are correct, Hot Sauce. But there's also not a prevalence of people who do report the actions of those who they are the audience of. You get more action in that when you have people go and brigade shit, and that's not appropriate to do, and it does violate the TOS. But that is the most, like, immediate change that, like, we get to see as a user base a lot of the fucking time. Which is kind of nasty. Yeah, this is, like, me just having fun with its weight and throwing this at this point.
A day or two. I get it, you can make an argument that this falls under hate speech or harassment, and I could be like, okay, sure, 2 weeks?
I mean, but when you take away that the person should not have, they ought not to have said fat. That is true. But when they say piece of shit, if I abstract that to inappropriate shit nugget, I can see how we get there, so. You know.
How do you give this guy 2 weeks,
I'm
yet
gonna
you
change
give Frogan, someone who's saying insane shit all of the time, you give them nothing? I don't think it's a conspiracy theory to say that Twitch has their favorites, people that they will protect until that fucking company dies. I think 2 weeks from—
It's literally anyone who brings them money, which is not me. So I have to be on my P's and Q's, or else they will fucking eat me.
For calling someone
and
fat, I
end
think
me.
it's ridiculous. And this person brings up a really good point. And saying that he gets banned for 2 weeks for calling her fat, meanwhile, she gets a single day ban for wishing PTSD and death on American veterans and saying that America deserved 9/11. I mean, I don't think she said America deserved 9/11. I think they're confusing her with Hassan Piker. But before I continue that thought, why are we protecting Frogan? She gets like 20 to 45 viewers on a good day. She brings next to no revenue on Twitch. I probably bring more revenue to the company, and I never stream on Twitch.
The amount of negative press that not doing the performative shit for her would bring them might outweigh that. Like, it could be a calculated ass decision too. Like, it doesn't have to be one that is of favoritism at this point. It could be a very calculated one. I don't know. I don't know.
Why are they protecting
I don't know,
Frogan?
I
As a
don't
matter of
know, I
fact,
don't
let me
know, I
see
don't
if
know.
Frogan is live.
I don't
Okay, the last time she was live
know,
was
I don't
4 days
know.
ago. Yo, what the fuck is this thing?
The real reason why I got banned is very simple. There is a woman on the internet who I made a video on, and the title of that video was The Dumbest Woman on Twitch. And in this video, this streamer—
I mean, it says the dumbest woman alive just ended her career, to be clear.
by the name of Frogan decided to say that every soldier in America should get PTSD, and that she hopes they get PTSD.
And like, I understand that from my understanding of it, she wants this to be over. Like, there are people who are still just hearing about this, and that is a thing that she, grown-ass woman, now gets to understand. It's when you say something on the internet, somebody's gonna find out 5 years from now, and it's gonna be brand new to them, and they're just gonna fucking ask you because they're curious. And, like, to this day, Sniper Wolf gets asked, like, why, oh why, did she have an armed robbery charge? And then she'll have to explain it. Even if there's a VOD, which I believe now there is, that, like, explains how it happened a little bit, because it seems harmless when she explains it, right? Her and Sausage went to a store, security person thought that she stole because her purse was real pretty. It was a fucking fancy purse. So they grab her on the way out, she freaks out and tries to beat the shit out of them. And they don't announce that they're a fucking guard. They don't say they're with fucking loss prevention, they just grab her and she freaks her shit out and she defends herself. And that was that charge, she'll say. It sounds pretty fine, it's reasonable.
and can never recover. And you know what I get banned for 2 weeks for? Because I call her a fat piece of shit, and the only thing that's seen the inside of her is a McDonald's Big Mac. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks. Because I called someone insulting our troops.
I think that 2 fucking weeks would, on its own, just like the whole 2 fucking weeks, would be murder on a soundboard, by the way.
Fat.
And I think it's valid to ask yourself those questions. Hey, why am I getting
If I didn't pause,
fucking weeks because I called someone insulting our troops fat?
And I think it's valid to ask yourself those questions.
okay, given the context of this, I think it would be more funny to get just the person saying fat.
2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks because I called someone insulting our troops fat.
And
Just
I
that.
think it's valid to ask yourself those questions.
That would be highbrow.
Hey, why am I getting banned for 2 weeks for calling her fat, yet she could say all of this other stuff and nothing happened to her? Then we get this other tweet, 2 weeks for calling someone a fat piece of shit.
Well, see, here's the downside, is it's against Twitch's fucking community guidelines to also criticize Twitch's administrative decisions. So us, like, even gabbing about it does put us in a weird place that they have already accounted for. That's wild. Like, y'all know that this goes weird, right?
For calling on the death of a senator. Oh yeah, that was Hassan. Yeah, Hassan said this. It's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's a fact that if you're protected and you're under that Hassan Piker bubble, you're gonna be protected. So you can keep on saying all of those insane things, right? And as long as you belong to that community, you should be fine. But if anyone dares to call
We have the lovely detail-oriented, pedantic people. And you know what? They will tell me if I'm being a shithead. And I think I like that more than anyone trying to just, like, keep me safe ambiguously. So, hello, pedantic bitches. I love you dearly for who you are, and I'm so glad you draw breath. Continue to tell me if I fuck up, do something ignorant, do something shitty, do something lame, do something inappropriate, do something atrocious, do something egregious, or just do something that is outright inadvisable. Telling me when I'm fucking up makes me a better fucking shithead.
call you fat.
I appreciate it.
That's where the line is drawn, right? We don't draw the line at death, harassment, wishing
I'll
PTSD
need
upon a
that.
protected group, and all of these other crazy things. Nothing happens to you if you say that. But if you call someone fat, you're gonna get banned for 2 weeks. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe.
Like, I mean, clearly it can't be 2 weeks. It has to have been lifted now, right? Because, like, they've been getting clowned on constantly.
This is real life. Call for a senator's death? No ban. Call for veterans to get PTSD? No ban. Call for another streamer's death? No ban. Call Frogan fat 2 week ban. I am preying on the downfall of Twitch. Now here's the thing. I'm not usually pro body shaming like, yo, you're so fat. Maybe when I was younger. I don't like doing that anymore. Well, it depends how I feel that day. I don't feel bad for the people calling her this, considering everything she's ever said about other people. How could you want respect when you don't give it? Yet when someone calls you fat, that's like too far. Nah, actually, I don't feel bad for her
I still think the platform should be clowned on.
at all, and I don't think this is too far. If anything, this is an extremely light insult. How is that 2 weeks of lost revenue worthy? Guys, I know that I've said all of these terrible, disgusting things about other people, but I don't like it when they tell it to me. What a joke. And Frogan responded with, judge me by my enemies. Bruh, can this person just fucking get banned or something? I want you guys to do something, alright? I know
If someone ever self-invites themselves to be my enemy, please don't let me say anything. Just tell me to shut up. Don't let me say, because if I open my mouth, it's not gonna be helpful. Just tell me if someone ever self-labels themselves my enemy, just tell me to shut the fuck up. Don't let me open my trashy ass mouth.
need enough money to buy Twitch and ban all these people. So if you could donate, you know, $1. If every single person that watches this video donates, I could possibly have $100,000 by the end of the month. No, I am not joking. This is 1,000,000,000% dead ass serious, for real. So if everyone here could donate $1, where am I going with this? Oh yeah, so I could have
I
enough
have
money
no
to
clue.
buy Twitch, ban all the people that I don't like, and then make Twitch awesome again. I mean, has it ever been awesome? I bet you felt so Sigma after you typed that. Tectone did absolutely nothing wrong. Free him. Free this guy right here, right now.
Yeah, give Tectone a 1-day ban, just like I mean, probably like an hour ban. Like, seeing how this has gone, like they should give him without they should, like, let all his viewers go ad-free for, like, a fucking hour or a week. Make
Tectone
it a
responded
week.
with, the only enemy you
they've been
got is a
silly.
satellite.
And I think anybody who says that is horrible. And I don't know how you ban someone
I don't mean by removing his monetization.
for calling someone fat for 2 weeks, and she got banned for 24 hours for
Right, like, if anything, I feel like this should be flipped.
discrediting and attacking the soldiers who gave their lives to defend our country. I don't regret it at all. I don't apologize for it at all.
We get this update as well. I got my suspension lifted for good behavior. Twitch has some serious explaining to do. I have no idea what's going on with Twitch. You're banned for 2 weeks for calling someone fat. Oh wait, never mind, you're not banned anymore, come back. It truly does show you that YouTube overall is the better platform, and it's always been the better platform. Am I saying YouTube is perfect? Hell nah. There's stuff that needs to be fixed. But YouTube, as of right now, is a million times better than Twitch. What do you guys think of this situation? Let me know in the comments below.
Twitch has better technology for the chat. YouTube has better shit for the VOD tracks. YouTube has better shit for, like, encoding. And they also take HDR and 1440 quite well. They actually give you a benefit for uploading in 1440. Y'all, it's, like, actually pretty legit.
Hello, and once again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I drop videos all the time. Yes, I am not unemployed, and drop a like or a dislike. I don't know. I don't know if you like the video or not. I guess you'll let me know. Okay, I'm out. Bye.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training.
In a video
and
game.
equipping.
America deserved vegans. Y'all bitches did deserve me. Like, what the fuck did you expect? To get out easy? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, my dude. Anywho's, I gotta head out. Thank you all for letting me hang out. Thank you all for letting me fuck about. I greatly appreciate y'all. Please be safe. Please be kind to yourself and others. Good news. This is the Doom soundtrack. The OST for the original one. You can listen to this on stream and not get fucked with. It goes hard. That's my good news for y'all. I have no timestamps, but I do have the shit we reacted to in the description of the YouTube VOD. If y'all are on Twitch and you would like the YouTube VOD by chance to see what we had a guffaw or a haha to, there you go, it's there. YouTube people, I have nothing new to report to you. Twitch folks, thank you for hanging and tolerating the ads. Y'all, please have an absolutely lovely one. Take care, be well. I will be back tomorrow. Similar bad time, similar bad place, to be a similar type of shithead. I don't want to accrue ops, but if I do, I would at least hope to have the dignity to pick someone that has a Wikipedia page. Because then they'll be the bitch ass fighting with people that aren't linked on Wikipedia, and that'll be a dig on them, loser. Alright, peace out. Be well.